Hello guys, what is up? It is Redtails 1942. So today we are going to be doing P-38 Combat Air Patrol on simulator mode. The flight sim I am currently using and featuring today will be War Thunder. Now most of you are probably wondering, okay Redtails, so why on earth are you using a flight sim that is basically a video game? Well, here's my response. Aside from all the video game aspects of it, a lot of the physics in War Thunder are actually very realistic within simulator battles, so that's why I'm using it. A lot of the physics include left turning tendencies, P factor, torquing. Sorry about that. So it's a lot of different stuff. So right now I'm currently loading to get into this. I was actually making a video before this, but unfortunately the audio wasn't too great. Oh, see, we finally loaded. So now that the audio is a little bit better, we can actually go and fly a little bit more. I'm gonna just double check this one to make sure it's all right. If it's obviously posted, it's gonna be a lot better. So, duh. So currently we are going to be flying the XP-38G fighter. I'm gonna lower the volume just in case, because the previous time we've been having a little bit of a problem. So I'm gonna go and lower the master volume to about 75, so you guys can hear me a little bit better. So I'll just give you a quick overview of the XP-38G. The XP-38G is created by Lockheed Martin. Well, now today Lockheed Martin. I'm gonna give you a little outside view of it. I currently have mine customized to make it look like I have 6 Japanese kills and 7 German kills. You can go and once you start doing War Thunder, you can start picking your victory keys and everything. Is armed with one 20mm cannon and 4 M2 Browning 12.7mm guns, aka 50 cals. So you got the choice between peas and baseballs. So yeah, it's quite an airplane. I can already see this isn't going to be great for a few people because you can already see there's 2 smoke plumes and 2 burning wrecks. Well, today's going to be different for me. So, I currently have my start key as I. That's, I think, the average default key. The one annoying thing about simulator battles is you have to set up a lot of things. I currently use a CH Products Flight Sim yoke. And pro pedals. Pro pedals I have set up so that way the brakes operate when I push on the toes. If I push to the left and right, the rudder works just like any other aircraft. The yoke itself, I have the left trigger button to operate the guns. The up and down trim tab I use to operate the guns individually. In other words, cannons and machine guns. I'll demonstrate that later in the air. So let's get this baby started.
Returning to the airfield.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Now, I'm sorry if I was inactive for a little bit. As you can see, that warning if you will remain inactive thing already. So we're going to begin our takeoff run. I currently use the main trim tab. That usually if you're like play Flight Sim X to look around. I use that for my throttle. Pulled up a little bit early there. I should have put my flaps down earlier. Average takeoff speed is approximately 170 knots, so 117 knots. Landing speed, I would recommend you go to about 150 knots. You don't want to rip your gears off. So, like I said earlier, we're going to be doing combat air patrol. Currently, we are in Ruhr, Germany. That is the site of the major industrial facilities. So we're going to be coming in from the north here. Just so you know, I'm probably going to be posting a few of my... I'm probably going to have, like, my funny moments in these videos. I usually have a few epic fails or whatever, so feel free to laugh at me however you want. I mean, come on. We're not perfect around here. As a matter of fact, there's this one little funny story. What I was doing was, I was trying to land, I think, and I forgot to actually lower my landing gear. And so I'm wondering why on earth my plane's getting all torn apart for no reason whatsoever.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Now, the one mistake I was making was I wasn't paying attention to what the hell I was doing, so I entered into a steep climb. Usually when you enter into a climb or descend, I recommend adjusting the trim path. So, most of the targets, as you can see, are usually end up as a bunch of small specks. Those are actually 6 to 7 aircraft over there, even though it looks like 2 or 3. There's 2 more dead ahead, so we're going to go and actually confront those 2. If we can take out a few of the... usually for the lead charge, that's usually going to be the first deadliest. Second... Okay, looks like we have a few bombers, so there's combat air patrol escorts. So, we are going to attempt to attack a few of these bombers. Looks like one's currently in death dive right there. One's currently turning to the right. Let's go after this guy. Looks like a German. Correction, it's Focke-Wulf 189. Correction, it's Junkers 88. So we're gonna approach this guy from the rear, and we're gonna focus mostly on his engines. Usually with this type of thing, what you want to do is you want to go into quick, easy attacks that you can easily recover from and stay out of his guns, stay out of his sight. One thing that you should always pay attention to is your airspeed and your oil and water temperature, because usually those engines are going to leak commonly, sadly. I just recently hit his left engine, so eventually he's going to lose his engine on his left side. I'm currently taking heavy fire, so I'm going to go directly behind him. However, he doesn't realize I'm out of range. I'm probably being attacked from below, so I'm going to make sure that I don't get hit from below as well. As you can see, I already took a substantial amount of damage. Like I said earlier, we're going to attempt a diving strike instead of a standard strike. One thing that's great about the P-38, I will say, is the bulletproof glass.
Guide on me. Yes. Need backup.
You want to adjust your throttle accordingly. Unfortunately, I got shot down in this, but he got heavily damaged, as you can see. One thing you should always realize about dogfighting is 99% of dogfighting includes patience, so if you get shot down like I did, it's not a big deal. Well, in the flight sim at least. In real life, you should always know your tactics, you should always concentrate on what you're doing. Usually with bombers, the best 2 places to hit are the edges of the wings, the engine, and the cockpit. those spots are usually weak zones. So
If we don't
what you
do
want to do
something
is
fast,
aim for
the
those in
enemy will
particular.
win.
Currently, we have that bomber still trailing off from the main group, so we're going to continue to follow him.
Cover me!
So, as you probably might have noticed, a lot of what we're dealing with right now is a bunch of enemy bombers, so we're going to do our best to take out those bombers. Now, if you're wondering why I'm constantly zooming in and out and scanning, that's because I'm currently looking for enemy fighters, enemy bombers, or whatever I could shoot down. Like I said earlier, because that one plane is stray from the main group, we're going to go and attack him. Usually if you're attacking a group of aircraft, always attack directly from the rear and attack the last guy. That's usually the best bet. If you want, you can try to eliminate the leader, but usually that means coming in close, and coming in close means you're more than likely going to be hit by the leader's friend's anti-aircraft fire. So you want to concentrate mostly on attacking the strays.
Somebody, cover me! Guide on me!
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Negative.
So see how that one plane's currently getting away? We're not going to let him get away. We're going to go and gun him down. I currently have, like I said earlier, 2 50 caliber machine guns and 2 20mm cannons. If he's a fighter, I'm going to mostly try to concentrate on spending my 50 cal out. But if I want to get a good killing blow and hit like an engine or a wing or something, then I'm going to switch on to the big 20s. Okay, one of their biggest mistakes right now is they're currently in a spread out order. So what we're going to do is go and try to prevent that. We're going to try to concentrate our best on which guy's going to be our priority. So in this case, this guy's going to attempt a diving turn on the guy to the lower end. So what we have to do is attempt a high roll. He's going to attempt a high roll. So what we're going to do, depending on what kind of target that is target the guy under the high point. So I'm going to do my own high roll into
Attention
him.
to the map!
It's P-37 Thunderbolt. So we're going to go and not attack him. We're going to attack his friend, quote unquote friend. He's currently over our airbase. That's an F-2A Buffalo, so we're going to leave him alone too. We do, however, have one enemy bomber directly over our base. So as a result, we're going to go and intercept that bomber, blow him out of the sky. Boom, existence is going to be
Cover me!
at a minimal. That's the bomber I was attacking earlier, so I'm going to concentrate on attacking him again. That guy's making a big mistake. What he's doing is he's attempting a climbing attack. But I currently have the advantage now. What I'm using is my energy, and I'm entering a maneuver called a low yo-yo. So now what I'm going to do is concentrate on his... It just recently knocked out his engine. We're going to try to take out the other engine. So what we're going to do now is slow down, make him come around, and dive on him again. So to do that, what we're going to do is do a few S-turns overhead him, and then dive on him. Usually bombers are literally the best choice of prey for like P-47s and shit, so that's going to be our prey. There's an enemy bomber. Now, one mistake I just made was taking my turn too steeply at a low speed. What that causes is the speed for a spin. I just currently lost an engine. Well, actually a wingtip. I lost an aileron. However, thanks to the ruggedness of the P-38, I am still in a decent amount of control. So, in this case, we're going to try to go and save our airplane. Now, I'm sorry if I'm going to be quiet for a little while, but right now I'm going to concentrate on bringing my aircraft back home.
I refuse. Attention to the designated grid square. Negative. Never. Cover me.
So, actually, what just happened was a case of friendly fire, but on the bright side, it isn't like I lost too much. All I did was lose an engine. Well, partially lose my engine. I still have my engine power on my right side, and I have low airspeed on the left side. So, what it is doing is going and counteracting the loss of lift. Now, one great thing about a P-38 is it can actually fly without with half a wingtip missing. It may have a left turning tendency right now. However, that doesn't mean.
I agree.
Gotta make sure we're clear of that guy.
Is winning. We've got to counterattack.
So right now, it's not like we don't have any. How do I say it? It's not like we're gonna die. We can still fly slowly to the airport. The biggest problem that we can run into is losing lift and entering a spin. So I'm gonna try to actually avoid using
Returning
the
to the
rudder.
base.
And avoid doing heavy aileron turns. I'm going to do light turns like this. I'm going to try to turn into the heading of the airport and begin my approach. Now, this is where things can get a little bit dangerous, so I'm going to be quiet for a few seconds.
Somebody cover me! Never! Move after me!
I just lost my landing gear, didn't I? Okay, so I'm coming in too hot and too fast. So again, I'm going to go and attempt to flop onto the runway. I flopped earlier, I'm going to flop again. I currently am flying with half a wing missing, and I lost an engine. So this isn't great for me at all.
On me!
On the other hand, I did survive. Now, I'm sorry that I really couldn't get into too much combat stuff today, but on the other hand, this is how I'm gonna kick off my day. By the way, about the guns, I have. You can fire the guns individually if you set up your yoke properly. Usually, you want to really try to be careful of how much ammo you expend.
If we don't do something fast,
Um,
the enemy
just to
will win.
conclude,
Thank you.
excuse me. To conclude for today, we are going to, this server is mostly going to be, well, this channel rather, is mostly going to be operating with, military, civilian, and, just fun things of aviation in general. Like, for example, losing half a wing and then having to land on the P-38 Lightning. Just as a funny example. Other things we'll be probably working with is, I'm going to be on Microsoft Flight Simulator X, and probably a few other cool things, as air traffic control, tower. So, if you can, please like, subscribe, and post the comments in the video. Please consider checking out my, please consider going and joining me on Discord. I will send me a message in the comments if you are interested in joining Discord. You will be going to a chat called Lufthansa Group or a chat called MDIA. And I'll hook you up with all that stuff. So, good luck, clear skies, and have fun flying, boys and girls. Regardless, have a nice day, and I hope to see everyone in the comments. Thanks for listening. Please bear with me. This was my first video. Thanks for watching.